Hello everyone and welcome back to my kitchen. Today I'm going to show you how to make these delicious Christmas buñuelos. So if you would like to see how to prepare them this way, continue watching and join me in the preparation of this recipe. First, we're going to warm up 2 cups of whole milk in the microwave for about 1 to 2 minutes or until it reaches a lukewarm temperature. Next, we're going to measure 2 cups of all-purpose flour. And to avoid from getting any of the eggshells in the batter, we're going to break 2 large eggs into a small bowl. This is going to make it much easier to remove if it does happen to fall in. And for a smoother consistency, we're going to blend the ingredients. We're going to start by adding the warm milk to the blender, along with the eggs, the sugar, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Blend all these ingredients until everything is well incorporated, then add the 2 cups of all-purpose flour and a pinch of salt. Place it back on the blender and blend until it reaches a smooth consistency, similar to pancake batter. When making buñuelos, you can either make them all the same color, or you can separate the batter into 3 different plates and make buñuelos in different colors. By adding a few drops of food coloring into the batter, we're going to make some red and green ones for Christmas. Mix it in and set the batter aside to rest for about 10 to 15 minutes. And while we wait for the batter to rest, we're going to heat up the oil over medium heat. I'm going to use canola oil to fry them, but you can use any other oil of your choice. To prepare the Buñuelos de Viento, you're going to need a mold like this one. You can find them in Latin grocery stores or online. Place the iron mold into the smaller pan to heat it up. If it is your first time using it, wash it with a little bit of soap and warm water. And before you place it in the oil, make sure it's completely dry. Place the iron mold into the smaller pan to heat it up for a few seconds. Then place the heated iron on a plate layered with paper towels to absorb the excess oil. Make sure there is not too much oil on the mold, otherwise the batter will not stick to the mold. Dip the mold into the batter, making sure not to go over the top of the mold. Otherwise, it will not separate properly from the mold. Lift the mold and immediately insert it into the oil. The batter should come off by itself within a few seconds, and if it's not coming off, move the mold in a circular and up and down motion until the buñuelo separates from the mold. Now, depending on the size of the pan that you're using, you can make more than one at a time. Once it separates from the mold, fry for about 20 to 25 seconds. Then turn it and cook for a few more seconds until it's crispy. The cooking time can vary depending on the heat of the oil. The oil should be anywhere between 325 to 350 degrees. But since everybody's stove is different, adjust the heat as you make them. The heat is very important because if the heat is too hot, the buñuelo is going to become bubbly and it's going to look similar to a snowflake, which is not a bad thing. As you fry each one, you can adjust the heat by turning it down or turning it up, depending on how fast the buñuelos are cooking. If they get too many brown spots, turn down the heat a little bit more. As you remove them from the oil, place them on a cookie sheet or plate lined with paper towels to soak off the excess oil. Each time you make another buñuelo, you must heat the iron in the oil. And repeat the process of soaking off the excess oil before you insert it into the batter. And we're going to repeat the process with the white, the red, and the green batter. It can be a little bit of time consuming, but it's so well worth it. When placing them on a plate or the cookie sheet, make sure you stack them one on top of the other. Make sure they're on a flat surface so they don't bend, so they can be nice and crispy. Once they cool down, they're going to harden up a little bit more. And then you can dip them into the sugar and the cinnamon mixture. You can do it as you remove them from the oil, or you can wait till the end. I waited until I was all done and they were all coated just perfectly. And now for my favorite part, the taste test. These are so crunchy, light, and sweet.